What's the difference between ignoring and not reacting to your reality? In this video, I'm going to explain a few things that should help you tremendously as you go along with your manifestation. It's going to help you not to panic, and it's going to help you know exactly what's going on and why understanding the difference between not reacting and ignoring is going to help you not to create a resistance that oftentimes happens when people misunderstand the two terms. Hello, manifestors. My name is Sylviane and I am a manifesting coach. I do one-on-one coaching, email coaching, and I have a private Facebook group that you can join for free. So please, if you are interested in any of those, check the links down below. So first off, what is your current reality? Your current reality is what you have manifested in the past, because there is always some type of a delay, even if it's a short one, between your imagination and your manifestation. Whether you have manifested consciously or unconsciously, it has been created, so to speak, ahead of time. So no matter what your present situation is, it didn't come by mistake or by the will of anyone or anything but you. Even if it was complete unconscious manifestation, it was manifested by you. So that's what your current reality is. It's a manifestation of yours. And that goes whether you're loving your current situation, hating your current situation, or being neutral about your current situation. Whatever you feel about it, you've manifested it. And this is very important to keep in mind, because I noticed that many of you are thinking that you've started to manifest only the day you've learned about manifesting. But the thing is, we know it's not true, right? Your current situation was 100% manifested by you before you were conscious of conscious manifestation. So when you are reaching out to me saying, oh my gosh, this has just happened to me, well, you've manifested it. Now, some of you may say, but I was doing better. I was doing the work and I was feeling much better about myself and about everything. Yes, you were doing the work and you were feeling better. But like I said, since there is a delay between your imagination, whether it's conscious or unconscious, and the manifestation of it, the fact that you were doing better might not yet be enough to change your reality yet. And this is because of a couple of reasons. Number one, I know that some of you, as soon as you feel better, you stop doing the homework. I had a client just last week who admitted to me that since she was feeling better, she stopped doing her affirmations. So her subconscious mind naturally went back to its more normal state, so to speak. And boom, something unpleasant happened. You see, keeping a healthy mental diet, which is done through affirmations, is not something you should ever stop. It should become a new way of life, really. Do you stop exercising just because you feel better? Well, if you did, you would notice that you would go back to the shape that you were in before exercising regularly. Well, keeping in shape with your mental diet, it's like physical exercise. It's something you keep on doing as a routine, even when you feel better, and even when you get what you want, as a matter of fact. And number two, this is why you shouldn't stop doing your homework of mental diet, because there is such thing that we call the echo. What we call the echo is whatever programming you had in your subconscious mind before you started working on your mental diet. A lot of times this echo will keep on playing itself for a while longer. Even when you've been doing your mental diet work regularly for a little while. That's why we call it the echo. When you shout out a word between two mountains, you experience the echo of your voice, right? That word is heard as an echo a couple of seconds or even more after you have pronounced it. So even though you might say another word after that first word, the echo of your first word is still going to be heard before you can hear the echo of your second word. This is exactly the same thing with your manifestation. What's happening with your current intention and mental diet and the result that you are still getting right now does not mean that you're not doing a great job, because I'm sure you are. It's just the echo of your old stuff, of your old mental diet that is playing out right now. So when that happens, don't despair. Don't say, oh my goodness, this is not working. But on the contrary, keep on doing the work. Keep on practicing your new mental diet. So eventually, and probably very soon, that old echo will stop naturally and you'll be able to experience the new one very soon. So now that this is very clear, I hope, what's the difference between ignoring and not reacting to your current reality, and why one is serving you while the other is creating resistance? And we know that when it comes to manifesting, we don't want to create resistance because what we resist persists. There is no doubt about it. So if we create resistance just because of that misunderstanding, sometimes this could be the reason why your manifestation is not showing up. Ignoring your reality actually creates resistance, because ignoring is also resisting. So let me explain. Let's say that you've manifested a red car, but you want a blue car. But every day you're seeing that red car and you keep saying to yourself, I'm ignoring that red car, I'm ignoring that red car, I'm ignoring that red car. But what happens here is that the more you're saying or thinking or feeling this way, you are actually going to see that red car even more. As a matter of fact, you may start seeing red cars everywhere because you've created a resistance towards red cars. This is what happens when you think that you have to ignore your reality. And I know that those two words, ignoring and not reacting, can be used by coaches out there, including me. So at times we don't realize that we may confuse people just by the words that we are using. So people hear, okay, I have to ignore my reality, and they try to force themselves into ignoring what's in front of their very eyes. But since it's there, it's hard to ignore. It's very hard to ignore what's in front of you. So what happens is you are told that you need to ignore your reality, and therefore you're trying to ignore that reality, and that's how you create a resistance against it. But that resistance is actually manifesting. So what I'm telling you here is don't ignore it. Don't ignore it because you've manifested it. Okay, I'm seeing a red car because I have manifested a red car in the past. However, I'm not reacting to that red car anymore. I know it's still here, but I know that it doesn't matter because in my mind, I stopped manifesting red cars. So eventually, I know that the red car is going to go away because I already started manifesting my blue car. And I know that my imagination is much more powerful than my so-called reality. So my blue car in my imagination is way more powerful than that red car that's already in my 3D. And because it's the law, I know that my blue car is going to replace that red car very soon. So when you look around at your situation, just say, okay, I know I've manifested that. I'm not going to deny this. And that's what people do when they hear that they have to ignore their 3D. They have to ignore their reality. They're like, how can I ignore it? I cannot ignore it because it's here. So don't ignore it. It's here. It's a fact because you've created it, you've manifested it. But simply stop reacting to it. Know that it will go away. There is no reason to ignore it because you've manifested it, therefore it's here. But what you need to do is simply look at it and say, it's okay. I'm not going to react to it because there is no need to react to something that you've already manifested. So you have a red car, you don't get angry at the red car, you don't kick the red car, you don't say, I wish you were not here, red car. You just look at it and simply not react to it anymore because there is no need to react to this thing that is an old manifestation. And the best way not to react to that red car is to go in and focus on your blue car. And by the law, you know that this blue car that you are focusing on, imagining, and living in the end with is going to manifest very soon in your 3D world. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please let me know and give me a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe, comment, and as always, I'll see you next time. Take care now.